Hello everyone. Hello everyone. A very warm good evening to all design aspirants. Today we are going to discuss important topics what one must revise quickly to get a good score in NIFT 2023. So before we start our session, let me welcome you all on the behalf of entire Creative Edge team. And if you're looking for study material related to your design entrance exams, you can download that study material for free by clicking on the link given in the description box. Also, if you are new to our channel, subscribe to our channel for regular updates on design and architecture entrance exams. And if you are not following us on Telegram and Instagram, you may miss out regular updates related to your design and architecture entrance exams. So please follow us on Telegram and Instagram as well. You'll find the handles of both social media channels on the in the description box. So without taking much of the time, let us start. If you are targeting NIFT 2023, what are the topics that you must prepare at the earliest? Because these are the topics where weightage of questions is high, right? So let us first talk about the quantitative aptitude section. So this quantitative aptitude section majorly asks the questions based on simplification, ratios, proportion, percentages, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, averages. Basically, till this part, this come under the heading of commercial mathematics. Commercial mathematics commercial mathematics is must for everyone to be good at, right? So that's why it is expected from every NIFT aspirant that they are good at these topics. Also include this time and work and speed time distance as well. So these are the topics where in past the questions have been regularly asked and their weightage is more than any other topic if we talk about quantitative aptitude section. All right, students. So if you are seriously targeting the exam NIFT 2023 and your preparation is not good, it is the first thing in this particular quantitative section that you must do a check on all these topics. There should be a check on each of the topic that you're good to go with each of them. All right. So for those who are preparing well, they must make sure that they are able to solve any of the questions from these topics, right? Keep them, these topics are priority number one in quantitative aptitude section, then only solve for the other sections. All right. So let's continue with the verbal reasoning section. If you are looking at verbal reasoning section, you will find out from the very past year papers as well, also from any of the past student who has scored well in NIFT exams, like our students did. So they'll tell you that these are the topics of importance. These are the topics of importance. These are the topics that one should not miss. That one should not miss, right? So why have you written this speed, time, distance in verbal reasoning also? Because they ask questions on speed, time, distance in verbal reasoning in the form of data sufficiency. So it majority of the questions. So generally the questions on data sufficiency are on speed, time, distance that have been asked in the past. So that's why it has been mentioned here. So my Concern is if you're preparing well or not with these five topics that I have highlighted: blood relations, distance and direction, setting arrangement, ranking and orders, and clock and calendar. So these are the topics of higher priority than the other, right? Though there are questions regularly on Venn diagrams, though there are questions on series completion, but before going to solve these topics, you should solve the five highlighted points, the five highlighted topics first, then only you should think of other topics to be prepared. Then the last part is English usage. It is of higher importance, and if you see, you need to what they do check in our entrance exam is whether you are good to comprehend or not. So there are five passages. Each passage contains five questions, and these passages cannot be solved in a time foundation manner with a better accuracy if you are not prepared. If you're not prepared, you're not going to get a better score in this particular section. So it's a humble request from you all that you should start solving this reading comprehension questions on a daily basis. Then only you'll have a better score in the English usage section, right? Then there are a few standard questions on synonyms and antonyms, though this has a wider range to cover, and same is the case for idioms and phrases. So I'll on priority, I'll ask you to go through reading comprehension and statement-based reasoning questions. So what are the statement-based reasoning questions? There can be questions on cause and effect. There can be questions on assumptions. There can be questions on conclusions. There can be questions on assertion reasoning. So all these kind of questions, strength of the argument. So these are the topics that come under the heading of statement-based reasoning. So I'll recommend you to go and prepare well for these two topics over the other two, that is synonyms, antonyms, and idioms and phrases. Though there are regularly questions on synonyms, antonyms, idioms, and phrases, but the coverage is quite large. And here, if you are able to understand statement-based reasoning conceptually, then you can answer the questions with better accuracy. So these are the topics of understanding, and these are the topics of memorizing. So I'll recommend you to, it is not the case that you can only memorize by mugging up the words, then only you can learn synonyms, antonyms, and idioms and phrases. But you can go more logically when it comes to statement-based reasoning, right? So my recommendation for English section or English usage section will be these two topics over the remaining other topics. Though there are more topics to be covered other than these four, but I have specially highlighted today the topics that are of higher frequency. Higher frequency, what does that mean when I say higher frequency? So these are the questions, these are the topics on which questions have been asked regularly in past year papers. All right, students. So that is it from my end. And please feel free to contact us. The helpline number is given in the is available down this video, below this video. You can contact on that number. You can communicate through us via our social media channels. We are there to help you out for any kind of help. You can contact Creative Edge team. So thank you guys. Thank you for being there.